In the late 1980s, during the emergence of the first Palestinian Intifada, an organization known as Hamas came into existence. While it initially presented itself as a legitimate political and social movement aiming to promote the rights of Palestinians, over the years it has faced criticism for its extremist ideology and violent methods. This narrative will delve into the darker aspects of Hamas, shedding light on some of the controversies surrounding the group. Hamas, short for Harakat al-Muqawama al-Islamiyya, can be traced back to the Muslim Brotherhood, a prominent Islamic movement founded in Egypt. The ideology of Hamas is rooted in a combination of Palestinian nationalism and Islamic fundamentalism. It advocates for the establishment of an Islamic state in all of historic Palestine, rejecting any recognition of Israel's right to exist. This uncompromising stance has been a major hurdle in the diplomatic efforts for a peaceful resolution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. One of the most controversial aspects of Hamas is its use of violence as a means to achieve its goals. Hamas has been responsible for numerous attacks against Israeli civilians, including suicide bombings and rocket attacks. These actions have resulted in the loss of innocent lives and have been widely condemned by the international community. Critics argue that by intentionally targeting civilians, Hamas undermines any sympathy for the Palestinian cause and perpetuates a cycle of violence and retaliation. Furthermore, Hamas has been accused of using Palestinian civilians as human shields. During times of conflict with Israel, the group often operates from densely populated areas, placing civilians in harm's way. This tactic not only violates international humanitarian law but also puts innocent lives at risk. These actions have drawn criticism from human rights organizations and further tarnished Hamas' reputation. In addition to its involvement in armed resistance, Hamas has also faced criticism for its authoritarian governance in the Gaza Strip. Since its takeover of the region in 2007, Hamas has exercised tight control over the population, stifling dissent and limiting freedom of expression. Reports of human rights abuses, including arbitrary arrests, torture, and suppression of women's rights, have raised concerns about the group's commitment to democratic values. Moreover, Hamas has failed to effectively address the economic and social challenges faced by Palestinians in Gaza. The region has been plagued by high unemployment rates, limited access to basic services, and a crumbling infrastructure. Critics argue that Hamas' focus on military activities and resistance against Israel has come at the expense of the well-being of the Palestinian population it claims to represent. Despite these controversies, Hamas continues to enjoy popular support among some Palestinians, particularly those who feel disillusioned with the lack of progress in achieving Palestinian statehood. The group's extensive network of social services, including schools, hospitals, and charities, has helped solidify its influence in the community. However, critics argue that these endeavors are oftentimes used to promote Hamas ideology and recruit new members rather than solely serving the needs of the people. The role of Hamas in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict is complex and multifaceted. While the group presents itself as a defender of Palestinian rights, its methods and ideology have been heavily scrutinized. The use of violence, human rights abuses, and an uncompromising stance on the existence of Israel have raised concerns among many in the international community. Understanding the darker side of Hamas is crucial in comprehending the complexities of the conflict and working towards a peaceful resolution that respects the rights and aspirations of both Israelis and Palestinians.